Milanote is a mood boarding and a project management tool. So we're going to take a look at how you can manage your projects efficiently using Milanote. Milanote is available for free, and let's go to Milanote and type milanote.com. So Milanote is available as an offline app and an online app as well. So you can either use the browser version or you can use the downloaded app as well. So you can sign up for free here. And once you have signed up for Milanote, you can click login and it will log in to Milanote. Once you're inside Milanote, this is a space that you're going to see. So I've already used Milanote, and that's the reason you're seeing these three icons here. These are your projects. So when you're starting it for the first time, you might not see anything here. It will be pretty empty. So I'm going to show you how to manage and work on a design project. You can use and apply the same technique for any kind of project management here. So the first thing that you will notice is on your left side, you can see a couple of components that you can use in this board. So before we start anything, let's start with a board. A board is a place which will hold all your data inside. So I'm going to drag and drop a board into this, and let's call it project. So it created a folder here. So we're going to double click and open that folder. So right now we are in the project folder right now, and it is empty. One good thing about Milanote is that you can go to these templates here, and you can choose any template that you want to work with. So it has a pretty interesting template. So if I choose logo project plan, it sets up a template for you that where you can manage your project with, right? So we don't have to use a template here, and we will just go back and we will start with something fresh. So I'm going to close everything. There are so many templates here, you can just play around with it. So we'll start something fresh. So once we have the project here, let's add a note and say that what the project is all about. So you can drag and drop a note, and you can type what the project is all about. The brief of the project maybe to create a logo for a homestay called Elephant Village. So this is the brief of the project. So we created that. So this is just a quick reference. Whenever you come to see this board, you will be able to see the brief right there. You can also add a heading here. So if you go down here, you can see a more button. So click on it and you can add much more things here. So I'm going to add a heading, drag and drop it here, and say that the logo project. So this will be the heading of your project, and you can see what the brief of the project says. Now there are more things that you can add into this, right? So before we add it, we need to organize it in a proper order. So I'm going to take a column. A column is basically a placeholder of all the things that you want to do in here. So we can say that our process. So in here you can add multiple elements into it. So you can add a note into the column. And then I'm going to mention that click on the below cards to see project updates. Just an info like this. So we just have one element in the column right now. So instead of adding one more note, I'm going to add a board itself to a process. So I've just dragged a new board into a process, and I'm going to call it mood board, right? So we have one more, and let's keep adding boards into it. I'm going to add one more board, and I will call it ideation, right? And I'll call one more board, and let's call it mockups, right? So all the things that you are going to do for this project is going to be right here in these boards. We have nothing inside the boards, so we are going to go into each of these cards, and then we will create something there. So I'm going to go into the mood board part of it. We don't need a template. I'm going to close it. So mood boarding is a collection of works that you will be using as an inspiration to your design project, right? So let's take some images. Let's talk about mood boarding for a bit, right? So mood boarding basically will give you an idea of what other designers are doing. It will expose you a lot of kind of styles of design. So one of the major resources that you can use here is Pinterest for mood boarding. So I'm going to go to Pinterest, and since we are working on logos, we can look for some logos. So let's say logo design and click. And what happens here is that when you see, you're going to see a lot of logo design projects here. If you like a particular style, drag and drop it into your desktop right now. Any logo that you feel that, okay, this is really interesting, take that logo and drop it into your desktop. So now you are just collecting inspirations. So take some logos. Now we can close this. We are going to go to the mood board. So we were just to remind you, right? We are inside the process, and inside that we created a mood board. We are going to go into the mood board, and we are going to take all these inspirations that we collected. We are going to drag and drop it, and automatically it aligns and creates a mood board for you. You can come back to this mood board anytime that you want, and you can study the inspirations that you have, right? What interested you into these images and how to actually take inspiration and work on it. Now let's go back to the project, and we are going into the ideation phase of it. Since you have these inspirations, you might have some ideas in your mind, right? So now you can actually go and you can plan your ideas here. So you can do a lot of things inside this. You can maybe start doing a mind map. So you can take the draw tool, and then you can say that, okay, the elephant in this draw with your mouse, elephant home, that is the name of the thing. So what should be there? So you can say that a home which looks like an elephant, right? I'm just being very silly right now. I'm just explaining the process. So the color can be black, and it can be very, the style of the illustration can be very naive, right? So I have this basic idea here. So once you have done the mind map, you can click save, and you can see that you have created a mind map. You can scale it out, down, and you can place it where you want. Now you have this here. You can also do some more stuff here. If you want, if you go to more, you can see there is something called sketch, and if you drag and drop it, you can click on this and start drawing. So you can say that, what is your idea regarding the home? So I have something like this, which sort of looks like an elephant and also a home, right? So this is my idea regarding the elephant home logo, and the text will sort of come here, right? So we created an idea like here now, and we can also think of a lot of different ideas like this home here, which sort of has 4 legs, right? I don't know, I'm just again being silly here. So we are thinking of various ideas and we are saving them here. So we have that also in the ideation tab, right? Now when you go to back to your project window, you can see that your mood board is ready, you have your inspirations and everything, and then you went on to the next step of ideation. You have this done, and you will have a good starting point to make your design. So you can go to designing your logo in a vector application or anywhere that you want to. Once you made the logo, you can come back and you can add the next steps in here. Another very interesting thing that you can do, and something that I always do, is I'll go to more, I'll click on audio, drag it right here, and I will paste a link from Spotify, and it will also inspire me at times to focus and play something when I'm working on it, and it inspires me a lot. Once you have done this, if you want to add or share it with your team, you can click share, and you can invite editors to this Milanote board, and they can actually add into your mood board or your idea. You can also send it to your client by making this a read-only link, so they will not be able to edit it, but will be able to look at it and review it. I'll see you with another video soon. Till then, bye.